Hello, hello, hi, hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. I thought for the past few nights I've kind of brought the heat. So tonight I'm going to take it easy on you. Tonight I'm going to kind of give you a little break. How's that? Um, you know, you know how they say you are the average of the five best friends you hang around with? Yeah. Okay. Team Money, what's up? Um, so I believe I can relate that to an old story, and I think we can kind of draw some really good stuff out of it. So, Jim Rohn always used to say, you know what, you are the average of the five people you hang around with. You got to look around you to see who is around you. Who do you associate with, right? Who do you associate with? Are these kind of people that kind of, when you have an idea, they are there to hear, they are there to evaluate, help, or yeah, for sure, Team Money. Yes, Team Money for show, for show. So are these people there to kind of feed your soul, like I always say, or kind of rise with you or help you rise? Or are these people that as soon as you open up your mouth with an idea, they kind of shoot you down and laugh and joke and, you can't make it, you can't this, you can't that, or are those the people, right? Well, let me share with you this story. And this is an old story. You guys know this story. But the story goes that, do you know how they cook a crab? Well, what they do when they put they put a live crab, absolutely, yeah. It depends what kind of people you're talking about, which side, because there's a delay with the text. So, how they do is that when they put one crab in a boiling water in the pot, what it does, it actually starts to crawl out of the pot. Even if you put a lid on it, it'll actually push the lid off and it'll crawl out of the pot, right? So what they do, the way they do that is they put two crabs, even a number of crabs in a pot. So every time one starts to climb out of the pot, the other one grabs a hold of it and pulls it down. Doesn't want it to leave. Doesn't want it to leave. So and it doesn't recognize that, hey, if I let this one get out and survive, I can follow. I can get out and survive myself. But I don't think like that. I pull the other one down so that I don't become alone. And I don't have the other person go out and save himself or herself, I guess. And I'm here by myself and I don't do anything about it. So that's the crab mentality, right? You're around people that as soon as you want to leave that environment, you want to grow as a person, you want to read a couple of good books, or you want to, instead of wasting your time, I don't know, with BS, you want to sit there and listen to a podcast or watch a good movie or documentary or something like that. You know what I mean? You fill your time with good stuff, meaningful stuff. If you are surrounded with those people that as soon as you get into that mode, they start to pull you back. It's like, where are you going, man? What are you going to read a book? You're going to go home and read a book? Like, what are you talking about? Right? Or you have this idea, they shoot it down. So it's the crab mentality. Now, this is a very, very important point. You gotta really focus on this and pay real good attention to this, because the crab mentality can not only pull you down or pull you back from action, but it also pulls your mindset back. It pulls your everything back, because that influence, those people, that environment, that kind of an influence, it's changing your mindset. It's not just pulling your action. It's not just, oh, well, you're not gonna do it today, but they're gonna pull back on that mindset, on that growth mindset. They're gonna pull that back so that you don't fall into that growth routine. You feel me? This is so important. Right? So that crab mentality, or the crab crowd, ooh, I like that. You heard it here first. Crab crowd. I like that. Gotta get out of that crab crowd. I really like that. Right? Because like I said, it's not just because they're gonna pull, oh, you're not gonna read the book tonight. Well, it's only one night. You're not gonna read a book, but this becomes a pattern. They're just holding everything back. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to get out of that environment. It's just like you getting out of that. Hey Gita, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So it's like you getting out of that pot and they pulling you back. I want you to be very conscious of that. Not only conscious of that, but like beyond that. Like as soon as you see it, you gotta be able to cut that off. You gotta be able to cut cords. You gotta be able to choose your 5 friends. The 5 crab around you, you gotta pick them wisely, because not on you. Are you ready? You don't want the kind of crab crowd that pulls you down and doesn't let you get out of that boiling water, that hot situation, that mess you're in. You want a crab crowd that what? Pushes you up and helps you get out of this mess. Get out of the boiling pot. Get out of the darkness and the crap that you're in. You want that crab crowd, right? You feel me? So this is I believe this story, you can link this story back to, hey, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So you got to look around you. Who are those people that you're spending the most time with? Is that the crab crowd you want around you? Or is it time for a change? And you know what? Change is very, I don't even want to use the word scary, because I don't even know if it's scary. You know what I mean? Change is so, it's just unknown. You know what I mean? It's just unpredictable. So it's like you don't know what you don't know. And the mystery could be exciting, could be, I guess, scary, but you gotta welcome that. Welcome that growth, that change. Hey, if you're in that boiling water, you don't know what's outside, right? You don't know what's outside that pot, but you sure don't want to stay in the pot, do you? I'd rather get the heck out, see what the heck is out there, than to stay in that pot. So choose that crab crowd around you wisely. And sometimes it's really hard to, like Jim Rohn says, to limit your associations or disassociate completely with some people that you've been friends for a long time. It's kind of hard. But if you're listen to me, If you're in that crowd, you're in the boiling water, you are deciding to get out and nobody else wants to, how about do you want to get out, right? That's what you gotta really decide. You have a heart to heart with yourself, right? Because I can't tell you. I can decide for me. You gotta decide for you. So hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value. Like I said in the beginning, I came on you guys so hard the past like 2, 3, 4 nights. I figured I'd take it easy tonight. Just don't bring the heat, just have a little fun. But this story is so good, and I was thinking about that today. I'm like, you know what? This totally goes with that crap story. I can so see that, So hopefully you guys see the connection. Would love to get some of your feedback. Drop them in the comments below. Let the feed grow. I appreciate you guys. And hey, if you feel like this is good stuff, tag a couple people, share it, spread the love. But I definitely want to know if you see the connection or you got a different feedback, drop them in the comments. By the way, I'm still getting comments and chats from the past 2, 3 lives that I did. I think it hit, for some it hit home, for some it hit hard, you know what I mean? So with that, remember, if you share, you show that you care. Until tomorrow, when we do it all over again, much love.